If you've been following this channel, you already know I'm not a fan of installing some bloated gaming suite that shoves 6 features you don't need onto your PC just to get the one you actually wanted. Today's 5 apps are the opposite of that. Each one does a single job, does it well, and none of them are going to sit in your system tray eating resources for no reason. A couple of these you might already know from other videos on this channel. 2 of them I'd bet most of you have never even heard of. Let's get into it. First up, MSI Afterburner, paired with RTSS, Riva Tuner Statistics Server. Despite the MSI in the name, this works completely fine on AMD, Intel, or NVIDIA. It's not locked to MSI hardware at all. That's just a naming leftover from years ago. What it actually gives you, a real-time on-screen overlay showing your FPS, GPU temps, and usage while you play, plus the ability to cap your frame rate manually, which matters more than people think for keeping frame times consistent. I've got a full dedicated setup video for this one already, walking through every setting step by step, so I'm not going to re-explain the whole thing here. Links in the description if you want the complete walkthrough. For this list, just know, if you don't have an overlay running at all right now, this is the free, standard option everyone eventually lands on.
Second one, and this is genuinely new territory. I haven't covered this tool anywhere else on the channel. HWiNFO. Here's the problem it solves. Afterburner's overlay is great for the basics, but it doesn't tell you why your GPU or CPU is behaving a certain way, just what the numbers currently are. HWiNFO goes much deeper. It shows you every voltage rail, every clock domain, individual core temperatures instead of just a single average number, and critically, it can tell you the actual reason your CPU or GPU throttled, not just that it happened. That last part is the real value here. If your FPS randomly dips and you don't know why, HWiNFO's sensor panel will often show you a specific throttling flag, power limit, thermal limit, voltage limit, right at the moment it happened. That's the difference between guessing which of my other videos might fix your problem and actually knowing which one applies to you. To use it, download HWiNFO from its official site, run it, and when it asks, choose Sensors Only mode rather than the full summary report. That gets you straight to the live monitoring panel. It looks intimidating at first because of how much data it shows, but you don't need to understand every row. Focus on the CPU and GPU sections, and specifically anything labeled with limit or throttle in the name. Those are the rows that actually explain performance problems. Right-click any row and you can add it to a customizable on-screen overlay too, similar to Afterburners if you want specific values visible while you play instead of digging through the full panel every time. Honest note on this one, it's not going to boost your FPS by itself. Its entire value is diagnostic. It tells you what's actually limiting your system, so whatever fix you apply next is based on real data instead of a guess.
Third, Process Lasso, which regular viewers of this channel definitely already know. I've got several videos covering it in different amounts of depth, including CPU priority and I/O priority setup, and more recently, the CCD assignment method for AMD's dual CCD X3D chips. Quick recap for anyone new, Process Lasso gives you control over how Windows assigns your game to CPU cores and priority levels beyond what Windows' own scheduler does automatically. If you're running a 7950 X3D or 9950 X3D specifically, I'd point you straight to the Ryzen settings video linked above. The CCD assignment piece matters a lot more for those chips than it does for a standard single CCD CPU. For everyone else, any of my other Process Lasso videos will walk you through the priority and affinity basics in full detail. For this list, the short version, if you don't already have this installed, it's one of the highest value free tools on this entire channel, and it's earned its spot across multiple videos for a reason. Fourth, and this one earns the No Bloat title more literally than any other entry on this list, DDU, Display Driver Uninstaller. Here's the problem it solves. When you update your GPU driver through normal means, Windows and your GPU vendor's installer often leave behind leftover files, registry entries, and configuration remnants from the old driver.
Those leftovers can genuinely cause stutter, crashes, or weird behavior that looks like a totally unrelated problem, when really it's just driver residue nobody cleaned up. DDU boots you into safe mode and does a complete clean wipe of your GPU driver. Nothing partial, nothing left behind, so your next driver install starts from a truly blank state. I've got a full video on this already covering the exact process and safety steps, so check that link above for the complete walkthrough rather than me rushing through safe mode instructions here. Quick honest note, this isn't something you need to run constantly. It's specifically useful when you're switching GPU brands, doing a major driver version jump, or troubleshooting driver-related crashes that a normal reinstall didn't fix. Don't treat it as routine maintenance, treat it as a specific problem tool.
Last one, and honestly, this might be the most important tool on this entire list because it's the one that lets you verify everything else actually worked. CapFrameX. Here's the thing, this whole channel is built around testing tweaks and telling you honestly whether they help. But most people watching don't have a way to actually measure that themselves. They just eyeball their FPS counter and guess. CapFrameX fixes that. It captures detailed frame time data while you play, not just an average FPS number, but your 1% lows, your frame time consistency, and exactly where stutters happen during a session. Here's why that matters more than the FPS counter. Two systems can show the exact same average FPS number, and one can feel completely smooth while the other feels stuttery and inconsistent. The frame time data is what actually explains that difference, while the FPS average alone hides it completely. To use it, install CapFrameX, launch your game, and use the hotkey to start a capture before you play, then stop it after a normal session. It'll generate a report showing your frame time graph, 1% and 0.1% lows, and stutter percentage. Play a stretch before applying any tweak, capture it, then apply whatever change you're testing, one of my other videos, a BIOS setting, anything, and capture the same stretch again. Compare the two reports directly instead of trusting your gut on whether something felt different. Honest note on this one, same as HWiNFO. CapFrameX doesn't improve your FPS on its own. Its entire value is proof. It turns, "I think this helped," into "here's the graph showing it helped," or just as usefully, "here's the graph showing it didn't."
So that's the list. Afterburner and RTSS for monitoring and frame capping, HWiNFO for actually diagnosing why something's throttling, Process Lasso for CPU scheduling control, DDU for a genuinely clean driver install, and CapFrameX to prove whether any of it actually worked. None of these are bloated installs. None of them run in the background eating resources you don't know about, and all 5 are free. Full deep dive videos for Afterburner, Process Lasso, and DDU are all linked above if you want the complete walkthroughs. Let me know in the comments which of these you didn't already have installed. I'm curious if HWiNFO or CapFrameX end up being the surprise for most of you. Subscribe if you want more of these, and I'll see you in the next one.